welcome to our house tour. Finally, the house tour is here. We're so sorry that it took so long. Right now, I'm showing you guys the entryway. This is obviously the main door area, and we have installed a doorbell camera as well as a digital lock. Our doorbell camera is from this brand called Equest. I think it's a China brand and it's actually very good. So it has a motion sensor. So when people walk past, it will actually capture a short video. You can set it to a picture or a video, and then you can watch the video on your phone. You can connect your smartphone to it, and every time someone rings the doorbell from outside, it will also notify you through your phone as a phone call, and you can actually speak to whoever is ringing the doorbell. Our digital lock is from Samsung, same as the gate lock. So this is just a very typical pin number and fingerprint digital lock. Behind this cabinet is where the TV box is, so we actually installed this carpentry to hide that, and then we also place some of our toolbox and first aid kit. In the center, it's actually a false door to conceal the bomb shelter. So initially we only wanted to have carpentry on one side, this 1/3 area, but our ID actually suggested that, you know, flushing it out would look much better aesthetically, because we can get to hide the bomb shelter and have more shoe storage space. That small space was only enough for Wensheng's shoes, so definitely flushing it out was a good decision. And you can also see one of our more prettier lights over here. Is a rose gold sort of diamond looking light. We actually didn't do any carpentry in the living room, so you can see that this TV console is actually off the shelf. We got it from 42, and our TV is from Sony. It's a 55-inch TV, and we felt like it was just nice for this distance. On the opposite side, we have our 3-seater sofa with recliners on both sides, and we also recently bought an electronic dart machine, and this is from Decathlon. You can also see that we got full-length curtains fitted in the living room. We did curtains for living room and then blinds for the 3 rooms. For all the 3 rooms and the living room, we actually got a ceiling fan with lights, because we didn't want to install additional electrical points, which would be additional cost. So we simply chose a fan with light so that it can just use one single point. This would be our dining area, and then the kitchen is over there. So as you can see, I have my kitchen island as well as the main cooking area behind, and then over here is our dining table. This whole set we actually purchased from Courts. Really like this herringbone design. Over here is my kitchen island, which I love a lot. Yeah, so I'm currently going to do some baking now. So this is a cookie dough, and I have my KitchenAid blender, air fryer, which was a gift from our friends, which has been very useful so far. So I believe I have already covered all the carpentry earlier, so I won't go through again, but just to share this snack rack pantry sort of, we have already filled it up with loads of stuff. So it has been more than a month since we moved in, so we have been settling in. So right next to the kitchen would be the service yard, so we just have our washing machine here, and some of the laundry baskets, as well as we have a recycling area over there, and then we store all our plastic bags over here. So it's just sort of an extra storage area. Basically, the first room is just a spare room, and we have some stuff that we don't use often. placed here, like the mahjong table and some sports equipment as well as ironing board. So we usually only use this room when we play mahjong. And that's actually our blinds installed by the same vendor as the curtains. So it's this very light wood color that we chose to match our carpentry, and we like it very much. Now let me show you what it looks like when it's open. So this is what it looks like when it's open. You can see a lot of greenery outside and it lets in a lot of sunlight. So the second room is actually our study room. So over there is my desk. You can see it's very messy. And over here is Wensheng's desk. And we have a bookcase here that we built. And all these are actually from IKEA, including the chairs. So this whole room actually has no built-in carpentry. Everything is bought off the shelf. And I actually got this couch from my parents' house because they didn't want it anymore. So basically this is just where we work. If we do need to work at home. The pressure. You know I'm not the same. So this is the guest bathroom, and for the guest bathroom we actually didn't do much. We left the tiles as it is, so the white tiles that you're seeing are actually HDB as well as the floor. And then the toilet bowl is also the one that HDB gave, I think I mentioned previously. So all we did was to build the curb, install the shower screen, and then build a full-length mirror as well as the carpentry and the quartz for the vanity area. And that's about it. We didn't do much for this toilet actually, and hardly anyone uses it unless we have guests over. So at the end of the corridor will be our master bedroom. And first thing you will see is the built-in wardrobe over here. It's a L-shaped wardrobe at the corner, and actually it's quite small because of the space limitation, so we can each only take 2 sections. So over here we have my dressing table. The only part we got carpentry for it is actually just the table itself. So this drawer is actually customized in the sense that the partitions are exactly how I want them to be. So I actually measured and specifically told my ID how many centimeters I want each section to be, so that I can section away the makeup. And then on the side, it's actually a cove that is specially built so that I can put my phone while it's charging. There are some electrical points at the back. And initially I actually considered whether to do a glass panel on top so that I can see the bottom, but I decided against it because I felt like I would have to put a lot of things on top, which is true, which will cover most of the glass. And also actually, as you can see just now, it was quite messy inside as well, so it would not be really sightly to have it showing through the glass. So that was actually one decision that I felt was done right. And over there you can also see there's also a cove built into the wardrobe for Wensheng to put his phone and other accessories. So that is one of the space saving ideas that our ID came up with. So instead of having a bedside table which would waste the space on top, they actually built it into the wardrobe and the dressing table for us. This is our master bedroom bathroom setup. For the master bathroom, we changed all the tiles. The wall tile is of a cream color. It looks a bit grey on camera, but it's more cream in real life. Then for the floor tiles, we actually got black tiles, which are a little bit textured, so it kind of has an anti-slip effect. And for the shower area, it's also the same floor tiles, but the wall tiles are actually more of a brown color, deep brown color. And our door, as you can see, is a casement door. We wanted this kind of door so that it has more hotel bathroom effect, and you can also hang your towels and your clothes here. And we have a rain shower from Grohe. For the ledge that we place our necessities on, this ledge is actually part of the quartz that is from the kitchen sink leftover. So they had to cut out the top of the kitchen sink area where they will place the sink, so they had extra which they used to install here as well as over there. So I've been getting a lot of questions through email and also your comments on the videos. So I thought that I would do a Q&A to address all the questions. First email that I received is from Faye, and the question is, was the renovation process entirely handled by my ID? Yes and no. So the entire renovation per se was handled by my ID, but I did hire my own electrician, and also the flooring was done by an external vendor. Pretty much my ID handled everything for me, even though I hired external contacts. He was still able to liaise with them and actually lighten my load by a lot. Second question from Faye is, how much did they quote me? For the amount of carpentry that we wanted, we actually gave a budget of about 25,000, and that's excluding the flooring and electrical works, and my ID actually met the budget. I wouldn't give the exact number because it might be a bit misleading, and there was no sort of dodgy top-ups or anything. There were a few top-ups, but it was purely because we wanted extra things that we initially didn't think that we need, and it was 100% our decision and we were not forced into it or anything. Second email that I got is from Leisha. So Leisha asked whether I can share my ID and also the breakdown if possible. And she's also wondering if she should get an ID or contractor. So my ID is actually Swiss Interior. I got to know them through my colleague who had also just renovated her house with them. Regarding whether you should get an ID or contractor, I think it depends on whether you have the free time and the expertise to manage all the things that the ID can handle for you. So personally, I totally do not regret engaging an ID, because I realized that there's so many things that you don't know about renovation, and the ID is really there to make your life 500 times easier. There are really a lot of technical jargon that normal people like us will not understand, and it's really so much easier to let the ID handle it, and I really don't think that there is a very big markup between an ID and a contractor. So ID also comes along with the element of design. So my ID actually gave us many good design tips which were reflected in the renovation. We're actually collaborating to do a video which will come after this, and we'll be sharing how my ID actually helped us to come up with a lot of space saving tips. Okay, so I think most of the emails are asking about who is my ID and rough estimation of the cost, which I already covered earlier. I think I remember a comment asking who my flooring vendor was. My flooring vendor is actually Evo-Ridge. I think you should have heard of them. They are pretty big on Facebook, I think, and they have really good reviews, and they've been around for very long. Absolutely trustworthy. And my flooring is actually vinyl flooring. It's the 7mm vinyl flooring. Most people I think go with 5mm, but because we wanted this specific design and specific color which only had the 7mm, so we had to go for the 7mm, which if not we wouldn't mind doing 5mm as well. I liaised with Derry from Evo-Ridge, and my experience with him has been very good. So if you are thinking of going to Evo-Ridge, I strongly recommend Derry. And the flooring cost us about 8k in total. That's including the cement scrape as well. But the pricing again is very subjective to the area of your house, the thickness that you choose, the design that you choose. So there are really a lot of factors, but for ours it was that price.